Hi, welcome to Learn Imba. I'm so excited to be offering this course because a Imba course on Scrimba.com is long overdue. That's because Scrimba.com was built using Imba. In fact, Scrimba was originally built as a way to teach people Imba. The creators of Scrimba are also the creators of Imba. Now, I've been a web developer for a long time, and I can't remember any web technology or framework that's got me more excited than Imba. I use it every day for all my projects, and for me it's replaced HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and React. So I'm really happy to be sharing what I find so cool about Imba with a wider audience. Imba is a programming language with beautiful syntax that compiles to JavaScript. It has first-class support for custom components, HTML tags, and styling. Those are all built into the language. You can use Imba as a replacement for JavaScript with a different syntax, or you can use its powerful features for building custom components to build full-fledged web applications. Imba is the fastest way that I know of to make web apps. And fast means you get more done, but it also means you can take things further and try more things. Imba is just so expressive. Take this screenshot here, for example. This is an entire drawing app in about 60 lines of code, and it's so readable. This is an example from the imba.io website, and you can click right there to go and try out this example in a live editor. Imba is so packed with sensible features that just make sense that after you learn it, going back to writing regular HTML, CSS, and JavaScript is just painful. So I apologize in advance. In this course, we're going to build a project called the Dopamine Box. And I got this idea from a Mike Boyd YouTube video where he made a hardware device to help keep him motivated to do a set of habits each day. The presence of this box with the lights on it just begging to be flipped created a positive association with doing the habits in his mind. So we'll build a software version of this. Let me show you a quick demo of it. So this is the Dopamine Box project that we'll build. You start out with this list of icons, and you can choose icons to represent the habits you want to do. So if I want to read every day, lift weights every day, and clean up a little bit every day, I'll choose those. And then when I come here, I can check off one of the habits. If I finish lifting weights, I'll check that off. And when I'm done with my last habit, I check it off. And I get that nice little sound effect, which is supposed to increase the positive association with completing my tasks in my brain. So we'll build this project together where you can add and remove habits, store the application data in local storage so it persists, and add sound effects. So in this course, we're going to learn all the basics of Imba syntax, which closely mirrors JavaScript and is easy to pick up. We're going to learn how to create custom UI components. We're going to learn about Imba's styling system, how to manage application state and handle events, and how to integrate your app with existing JavaScript and TypeScript code, and with any NPM module. Before starting this course, you should be confident with basic HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. If you know those, you'll be right at home, but if you don't, this course is going to be hard to keep up with, and you may want to take some of Scrimba's other web development courses first. I'm confident that you'll learn Imba by taking this course. Remember that Scrimba is an interactive platform. Most of the lessons have challenges where you can pause the lesson and write code yourself right inside of the Scrimba editor. So there's no development environment to configure and you can start coding immediately. And I want this course to work for you. I don't want you to feel bogged down by content that you already know. Feel free to use Scrimba's speed control, which is under the gear icon in the bottom right, to watch at a faster speed. Or skip over lessons or challenges that aren't relevant for you. I've tried to make the lessons fairly self-contained where possible. And be sure to take breaks. This is probably too much content to cover in one sitting. It's about 2 hours and 40 lessons. So feel free to come back and pick up where you left off. The first part of this course is all about the basic syntax of Imba, and then we move into building web apps with Imba's custom components, which is where the real magic is, and then we work on the project. I think it gets increasingly interesting as you build up those basic skills. Now, although this course covers a pretty full range of Imba topics, there's always more to learn, and I've linked to a couple of the best resources for doing that right here. The first is imba.io, which has the Imba documentation. It's full of useful code examples and is pretty comprehensive. The second is the Imba Discord community, which is another fantastic resource because it's full of people who are happy to answer your questions. And I'm a participant on there myself, so I may end up answering your questions. And last, a little more about me. My name is Nathan Manousis, and I've worked as both a designer and a developer at a variety of startups, including my own company, Flinto. You can learn more about me on my website, nathanmanousis.com, follow me on Twitter, or watch my YouTube channel, which actually has a lot of Imba content. And also, you should check out my product, tasktxt.com, which was built with Imba. This is my first commercially launched product built totally with Imba. It's a notepad for organizing your tasks and attaching little timers to them to keep you focused as you work. Okay, it's time to start learning Imba. Go ahead and move on to the next lesson and we'll get started.